Hello everyone, and in this video I will show you how to replace the belt splice on a conveyor. First step is to take these bolts off that hold the canopy down through here on this rail all the way down, and then there's going to be two right here, and then you have to take this cable loose right here, and then there is a set of bolts that go across the front of it that you have to take out. But this is the first step. Okay, now that you got the canopy out of your way, you just get the splice where you can see it. As you can tell, this one's in bad shape. Once you get it here, the next step is to go back here. There's some set springs that tension your belt. These right here you're going to have to loosen quite a bit. That way you can get that splice loose. Now that you have your springs loose, you can take these bearings here loose and slide them back to give you even more flexibility in your belt as you work on it. Now that you have your belt loose, you can work on it. What I usually do is put some boards under it, kind of prop it up and get it easier to work on. And as you can tell, there's a wire that goes through your splices, and right here, this is, let me get it to focus, is a clip that holds that splice in. You're going to have to remove it, cut it off, and then we're going to pull this whole wire out. Once we do that, the belt will be loose, and then I'll show you the next step. Something else you can do when the splice is stuck and not wanting to come loose is you can either take a razor blade and just cut down the sides of it to separate it, or what I do is I use a cutoff wheel, which is quicker, and just cut down the very edge of the splice itself. It's a good idea to use a straight edge to get a straight line for when you cut the belt. Very important to keep it straight and aligned. Usually you can either use a razor blade, or what I use is a cutoff wheel. It makes it a lot quicker, but what I'll do is I'll mark it with a marker, and then I will cut it with the cutoff wheel, and to make it straight. Now that you got the belt cut like you want it, it's time to put a splice on. But a little tip, if you notice these little ridges right here, wherever you're going to put your splice, you shave them down right where that splice goes through here, and it just makes it fit better and lock better onto this belt. Now that you have shaved the ridges back, it's time to put the splice on. What you do is you put the splice in there, and it goes up to a little nipple. The belt does. I don't know if you can see right here. It'd be kind of hard, but you see how that belt is right against that little container right there? That's what you want the belt to do all the way down before you even lock it. Now this is what locks the belt and allows you to connect the splice to the belt. You're going to be hammering on this and driving the splice rivets through the belt. And once you get this step done, I'll show you what to do next. Now that you have the splice attached to the belt, you use this tool to bring the belt together so you can put the wire and connect the belts together. Now that you have your belt pulled up where the splices meet, it's time to put the cable through to connect it all. All you got to do is just hold it in place and slide this cable through, and then I'll show you how to lock it in place. Now that you have the wire through the splice, the last step is to take the end right here and crimp it so the wire doesn't come out.